Zapon, forget everything you know about casseroles. Today we're taking on a challenge that's gotten out of control. From a needle under a penguin to a chocolate casserole, someone's going to go wild today. We're going to show you how to make something at home that will make the 90s food stands just a memory. These are extraordinary recipes. This is a war of flavors. We're starting the first official casserole challenge. 5 ways to go. Let's go.
Well, good morning, dear ones. As you can see, black gloves and all these ingredients mean welcome to the kitchen. You know, I'm still a bit better now, but still not great in the kitchen. Today we're challenging each other with casseroles. Everyone had to come up with their own variation. And, you know, knowing me, I like sweet accents, so Peach had to make an appearance. I'm on Team Pineapple Pizza, so my casserole will be with Peach. Honestly, I should have made you a quattro formaggi, but I think I just took all the cheeses I knew. So I took sliced Gouda cheese, camembert, feta cheese, halloumi, mozzarella, peaches to go with it, cheddar cheese, yes, sprinkled on top, and that's optional. Spicy, cucumber. So if I want to accent it at some point, I'll add it in. But honestly, I don't know. It's my first time making something like this. I don't know if it's going to be good, but we have one goal. Win the challenge. Let's get started. Honestly, I entered the ingredients into a chat to find out how to layer them. Because, you know, everyone has a different way of melting. You know, one melts, another doesn't, the fourth, the eighth, something like that. You get it. Wait, Kuba, I need to focus because I can't have it uneven. You know, I don't want it to be embarrassing. You know, this one's fresh. Oh, surgical cut. Woo. Not that I knew, but I got a tip to spray it lightly with oil so it gets crispy, you know? So it turns out crunchy. That's the base, because it melts nicely and gives us a layer so nothing soaks in or leaks out. So the first step is to put down some Gouda cheese. So now, since I have this beautiful base, we take feta cheese, but we crumble it like this. And now I need to slice the peach very thinly. These will be slices, you know, like when you have mozzarella and tomatoes, onion, it's like pa 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 pa. That's how we'll do it. And gently, right? Really thin, super thin slices. It's just a little touch. It's like pineapple on pizza. It's like, you know, it doesn't dominate it, but everyone knows it's there. Ah, thanks. Great, beautiful, beautiful. It's good, right? So our next step is camembert. I would say it's the first time I've had something like this, and I've never eaten this kind of casserole before. And it's what I like, right? I like cheese and I like sweetness. And I hope the guys will like it too. Also thin, right? Hop. Hop! Hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cheeses. One, uno cromaggi, duo cromaggi, truo cromaggi, quattro cromaggi, cinque cromaggi, sixu cromaggi. It will be Jash. All right, I think that all these cheeses will complement each other. This one is salty, this one is, you know, moldy, this one has some basil, this one here is O. And now Mr. Mozzarella comes in. But look, contrary to appearances, not a lot of ingredients are used. I bought so much, and it's just slice by slice, slice by slice. Sorry, but the chef always tastes first, either to check for poison or to see if it's good. But oh God, I'm a huge fan of mozzarella, really. Alright, so if any aesthetic concerns scare you, I'll put it like this. No, the mozzarella here I see is kind of mellowing. This cheese is kind of intense. I can see that it's starting to dominate this casserole, but I hope not in terms of flavor. So, here you go please, let's invite the gentleman. Bravo. But today, sir, you are really in the mood for visits. Great. And now we take the halloumi. That's nice, I love it, because you get the feeling it's like rubber. It gives that and on your teeth. They can't taste it, but once they eat it, they'll know what it is. It has to be like that, and do you have to? So we'll put it like this, right? Because it will be our shield, our protection. And this will be, you know, our protective base. We'll put it aside. So now all that's left is to sprinkle it with cheddar, which will stick everything together and make it all meld. And you see these colors? Just like an igloo. That's right. Hey, we'll call this Zapiekanka igloo in Antarctica. Yes, no, sorry, I'm changing it. It'll be igloo on a penguin. Sounds like a drink, but it's going to be a casserole. So, we put it in the air fryer for 10 to 12 minutes, but like I said before, we keep an eye on it. Set it to 200 degrees as usual, and now we wait to see what magic happens. And look, we put it in looking beautiful. It's already ready. Now it's just about reaching the finish line. It's like, you know, when you're running a marathon and you're like, and you break through the tape. That's what it's like in the air fryer. That's it. We're finishing up. All right, let's turn it on. Temperature 200, boom. Like I said before, 12 minutes. And like I told you, I'll keep an eye on it because I don't want the cheese to burn or leak out. I hope it'll stay in one piece and be ready for testing. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait. Look, I've already made this one, the second one. This will be for the challenge, of course. And now let's open it. I'm so curious, so excited. Did it work? Is it floating? Is it not floating? Is it with us? Whoa. Hey, Kubu, do you think it looks strong or not? If I got hit like that, I'd go crazy. Look at how it looks. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. Whoa. Really? It's nice. I really made a good casserole. Tinko sink tink to promazi. I take it out and give it to Kubus to play with. And I'll try it, just in case, you know, to add something. So I can take part in this challenge. So we'll see each other at the tests, right? Ooh, but it's nice. There's no main camera anymore, but I have to tell you this. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Look. Look, I made this. Yes, usually at that stage, I call someone like, I don't know, to surprise them. Usually at that stage, I call someone like, I don't know, Claimer, Primo, Arcie, please come, look, try it. But now I have to try it myself and see how it turned out. I hope it will be delicious because for me, with my abilities, I think it looks very appetizing. Honestly, this Zapiekanka could really work. I'm cutting a piece, Kubush, since I'll leave it. Oh, it even crunches. Ooh, it even has a hard base, like a fried egg, right? With the yolk. Hey, the smell? Good bun, you know, crispy. All right, I'll try my igloo. You can taste that cheese fusion. It's like a cheese tsunami. You can really feel the fat. Hold on, I need to try the peach. You can feel it personally. It's been great for a long time. So delicious, heavy and fatty. But these cheeses really complement each other. I'm telling you, it's amazing. The peach here at the end, it's smaller. It didn't cause such an explosion of sweetness. That's why I drizzle just a bit more honey, but that'll be for the challenge. And I hope that'll be it. I won't rate myself a 10, maybe a 9. But honestly, I'll give myself a solid 8 because first of all, I'm satisfied with myself, proud that I managed to pull it off. It's a great Zapiekanka. Trust me, I rarely cook like this. I'm happy and hope anyone I share it with enjoys it. For the challenge, I just hope to reach the podium. Delicious and amazing.
Guys, let's get started with this challenge. I totally have no idea what I'm doing and I spent a long time looking for ingredients that would best represent my casserole. And I decided to refer a bit to my own character, kind of salty and sweet, so two worlds. Sometimes I'm a good guy and sometimes I can really get under your skin. I'll try to combine these two worlds in the casserole and we'll see how it turns out. I hope it'll bring me victory. So, what ingredients do we have here? I'll focus on the garlic baguette because it has butter in it, which is salty. That garlic will be slightly spicy. The saltiness here will come from the Parma ham and brie cheese. The sweetness will be added by this peach and a bit of chocolate with that orange aroma. Well, I think all of this will create an interesting combination, so let's get started. I think everyone knows what a baguette is. Of course, I bought the ingredients at Biedronka. How do you make it? I probably don't need to explain because each of you knows we preheat the air fryer, which has a bottom drawer here. We'll place the baguette in the middle and it will bake for about 8 minutes. In the meantime, we'll prepare the second part, which we'll later put on top of the baguette. We set it to 180 degrees for now. The time is 10 minutes. We'll check what's happening in the meantime. Meanwhile, we're preparing the top. I have a bun here. I'm measuring it roughly. We'll be opening it up along the width. We'll open it so that the casserole is nice and wide. So I need to arrange the ingredients for 2 such widths. I have some delicious Parma ham here. Ah, beautiful. But we're making, you could say, stripes like this. A few slices. This is our salty part. Look, the length of the baguette times 2 widths, right? Of course, everything will shrink a bit. It was supposed to be salty and sweet. The peach is what's gonna add the sweetness here. This peach has been lightly drained from the syrup so we don't end up with a compote. We make thin strips like this, which will go on top. Honestly, I don't know how much to use. You have to do it so we don't overdo the sweetness. I think that half a peach for this whole Zapiekanka should be enough to give each piece a bit of sweetness. We have another ingredient here which is salty. Let's go easy with it because this cheese is very intense. We just want to add a touch of saltiness here. And of course, with a cheesy Zapiekanka, there has to be some tiny little touch, just not too much. These should literally be little dots. Can you see it already, my friends, in your mind's eye? We also have walnuts, which will add a bit of crunch. Although here too we can go overboard. Finally chopping them is more than enough, and making something like a crumble, you could say. But we have to keep in mind that nuts turn bitter when exposed to heat, so you can't add too many, just a light, fine sprinkle. A famous Arab chef did it this way, so why can't I do it too? Here you go. Listen, the idea is this. The bottom is baking. Once it's done, we'll cut it. In the meantime, I'll put the top in for 4 or 5 minutes, and soon we'll be putting together my whole Zapiekanka. All right, my dears, since we have a slightly toasted baguette here, it's already getting that crunchiness, but it's not golden yet, so let's add it to everything like this. Our Parma ham. We want to use as little of this paper-thin ham as possible here, and now let the whole thing bake nicely. Let the cheese melt, let the bun get golden, we'll put it together in about, I think, 8 minutes. Come on. Because there's a breakdown here while we're waiting. My flip-flop wrapped 10 times around with duct tape. Basically, don't throw it away, use it. Dear friends, if any of my friends are watching me, remember this for a gift. You never really know what you want. Now you know you can buy me some nice solid flip-flops, Crocs or something like that. Oh damn, I tightened it so much that now it's cutting off my circulation. This isn't my size. Look what's happening here. Check this out. First layer, second layer. Salty, sweet, that's how it's supposed to be. Look, the ham has already curled up a bit, which means it's starting to warm up. And now the famous bun. This was the least predictable thing for me. Will I be able to open it in a way that makes a good base for the casserole? I don't know, I'm really worried about it. Gently. Wait, not all the way through, just enough to get there. Don't listen. Let's try to open it up a little. Here, where it's cut, it comes off nicely, but we can't turn this into a hot dog. Oh man, now it's turning into a baguette. And now what? The idea is ruined. We need to modify it. We should trim a little off the top of the baguette and use the whole bottom. I don't want to lose this butter, it's the best part, especially if we're only using one baguette. Alright, proposal number 2. Ha! By deduction, we've decided that we won't cut it after all. We'll just take it and crush it. We'll try. I still don't know how it's going to turn out. But at least let's try to make a base for the casserole out of it. Watch out! Oh Jesus. Okay, so we have our beautiful mountain and we're going to put it together. Goal has already prepared a special black plate here. Oh no, I'm telling you, this is it. All the goodness is already here. I didn't need to worry about keeping it moist. Now a bit of this arugula, which will give it a nutty flavor. And now the king. Look at this. This isn't the end yet, because there are still more ingredients. We still have chocolate. This is dark chocolate with a hint of orange. It will highlight that fruity, sweet character even more. We make little pieces like this, not too big. It also has nuts, so it will emphasize that even more. I hope I won't be disappointed that what I imagined in my head, this whole idea, will taste just as good. And finally, a dark note, balsamic cream. I'll try it here first. Oh, you need to do something like this on our beautiful creation. Watch out. Shut up and take my money. I think I'm just too excited that it worked out, that we didn't rest on our laurels, but we just tried to see it through to the end. And look how beautiful it turned out. Listen, I have to apologize for talking nonsense, but honestly, I didn't really know if anything would come out of this. Some kind of plan formed in my head, and this creation was born. I hope it will taste as good as it looks. Let's see if it holds its structure. It's holding up, nothing is falling apart. It's crunchy on the bottom. There's that slightly vinegary balsamic cream aftertaste. I was afraid to add those peaches, worried the sandwich would be too sweet, but I don't really taste the peach that much here. It doesn't overpower the sweetness, I actually miss it here, even the chocolate a bit. I approached this carefully, but I think you can go pretty heavy on the zest here. That will add some sweetness. We'll tweak it a bit and it'll be pico pico bello. The chocolate is amazing. More chocolate.
Well, that's good. It's just a small addition, but you really enjoy it and look forward to it. Thanks for your engagement. We give away an air fryer like this every month. Why not? Since we have a partner, there's something for you too. Now I have a comment prepared. Zenio podloga sili ptaki nikt. Please write to us by email, and we will later show you the procedure for how to claim this air fryer. And we really liked it. This month as well, exactly this one. Great equipment. It's up for grabs. And all you need to do is write in the comments which episodes we should record. Maybe you'll write it, maybe you'll justify it, maybe you'll even add a working title to them. Grab your keyboards, click, write, and keep watching. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, competition between buddies is probably something guys love the most. I'm already pumped up, I feel the excitement, and I feel the stress. For shopping, as instructed, I went to Biedronka. And now here's the thing. Krzyku left his ingredients. I know Biedronka's bread almost inside out. I see he had a Parisian baguette. Very good, because I also have Parisian baguettes. But I thought to myself, most of us will take Parisian baguettes. You probably had homemade Zapiekanka on it. But have you? And have you, dear ones, ever had Zapiekanka on what's called, because that's its name, a pull-apart loaf? Grilled Roniak is awesome. It's available at Biedronka. And now here's the thing. It's like chala. It's like my thoughts go further. It's fluffy, soft, sprinkled with sesame seeds, and rolled up with herb butter, herb and garlic. And that's what it's on. We'll make it. What else did I buy at Biedronka? Cheddar cheese, mozzarella cheese, probably our standard mix. And grana padano, a hard cheese that I'll sprinkle on at the end. And now, attention. I know the guys love meat, so I'll top it off with a really crispy bacon crust. I bought smoked and cooked bacon. The smoked one has more aroma, is much drier, and fries better on the baking tray than the cooked one, which has more moisture. I didn't want to go overboard with goat cheese or things like that on my Zapiekanka, because I know the guys like balanced Polish flavors. That's why I'll mix them both and make crisps out of it. And now, pay attention. I already bought mushrooms that are sliced and washed to make it quicker. But, beautiful Roman, do you know what's very important? Our filling will be noble. It won't be just mushroom. It will be half and half. Soon I'll soak the porcini mushrooms. And it will be combined with porcini mushrooms. But our filling will also have pieces of chorizo. I also have mayonnaise because that will be my sauce. I have butter for it too. At the end, I'll sprinkle it with a bit of chives. It will be a sriracha mayo sauce. For that, I'll also need honey and jalapeno, with the jalapeno chopped up a bit. Wow. Listen. Since it's 80 minutes at 180 degrees, we'll start the bacon in the air fryer. When using a pan, we fry it in a dry pan. It doesn't get crispy until it cools, so we put it on a paper towel. Do you know what happens to the fat? I collect it in a glass. It always comes in handy. I'm actually making 2 zapiekanki, right? Look, it's made just for that, 1. And here, this raw smoked one goes in. We put it in the air fryer. Jesus, you convinced me. That's how we'll do it. Thanks. We have it set to 180 degrees here. For 10 minutes in the meantime, my filling will be the aristocrat among mushroom fillings. I'm not doing so well. I'll pour some for myself. Bolita sedulis up. Smell it. It smells beautiful, like mushrooms, just as you think. I'll pour boiling water over it. I'll set this aside for now too. I'm taking the mushrooms. I have 200 grams here. I'll just switch to a bigger and dirtier pan. That's because my butter is so hard. 1/5 of a stick goes into the pan. Well, I'll probably have to do it twice. You do this with a knife. If you don't have one, it's worth buying this kind of tool. By the way, check out the gadgets Arcie ordered from Chinese stores, Pepco, and so on. Grill gadgets, kitchen gadgets. These things often show up here. And I just said for a moment, and look, Kuba, what's happening? I'll leave a few thicker pieces on purpose. That's the term I was looking for. I know it's crazy, but I love raw mushrooms. It's a kind of game changer. Never put raw mushrooms, raw fungi on bread. They have a lot of water. And since they have a lot of water, you need to get rid of it on the pan first. Well, because we simply don't want everything to be all soggy and so on, you know? So I probably wouldn't chop them like that. I'd have to mess around with it a lot, right? So for now, there's a lot of talking, but the steps are very simple. I promised you this would be a mushroom filling. I forgot the first one. I'm not going to put a dumpling into boiling water, but it's not that bad. I'll wait a moment. I'll gather this up here, get it sorted, and we'll be back in about 3 minutes. Okay, I've got the mushrooms now. I'll squeeze them out. What an idiot. Just an idiot, really. Good morning, plugged in and ready to go. And I ask, keep the water for yourselves. Pour it into your tea. The champignons are releasing water. I'm making them almost into a paste because I want the mushroom aroma to be everywhere. It smells just like I imagined it would. The filling is already a bit more refined. It still needs to be made even better. Into my filling goes very finely diced chorizo sausage. Oh, Cuba, that's exactly what I meant. All right, There we go. Very thinly with a dull knife. I'd say I massacred it more than I cut it. I'm adding half of the sausage to my filling. It's just to give it aroma and flavor. Literally a moment later, in go 2 cloves of garlic. Mushrooms without salt probably don't exist. Hey, a bit of pepper. Since this is a competition, I'm giving it a try. If someone says something is tasty, we're moving on to the sauces. Well, it's going to be very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. For 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise, at home I would add 2 flat teaspoons of sriracha, but I'll just add 1. I'll add about this much garlic, the simplest sauce ever. However, I'll use the normal proportions because it's too mayonnaise heavy. And this sauce goes into the fridge until we make our baked dishes. But the bacon. From this salt I have smoked bacon, from this one, boiled. While the bacon is still warm, I took this kind of honey. I should have done this earlier, but I'll just lightly do it here. Someone might notice and wonder. We're getting close to the finale. How fluffy, how good. No one has eaten anything like this yet, right? I see you want some. I'll spread it. The middle, you know, we already have a lot of fat there, but here on the sides of the bacon. No one said this was supposed to be healthy. This is going to be a walking heart attack. The butter will give us more later when it melts and drips down the side. This side won't be dry, it's just going to be delicious. I lightly press down the middle. There we go, there we go. Let's not be stingy. If someone has to pay 30 zloty, let them get their money's worth. And now I take a bowl and mix half and half mozzarella with cheddar. The mozzarella will stretch, the cheddar will bake nicely. You don't always have to struggle in the air like that. Just put the package down, press the knife, and pull the package. Jesus, Mary, Cuba. If you missed it, it's already at the end. After we're done, we'll sprinkle some grana padano, parmesan, or any hard cheese you have on top. For me, sorry, but a zapiekanka should be loaded with cheese. That's why I said there would be a mess on the table, because I already knew how I was going to arrange it. There are still 2 things we need to cut. As you know, chives add their own flavor, but if there's something green, it will also look better. Let people know that we give from the heart, that we feed because we love it, not because we're from Excel and counting. That's probably what gastronomy is about, even though I have nothing to do with it. But when I see someone cooking and they have passion for it and they enjoy it, then you just want to keep coming back. But when we see it's just Excel, not really. I'll chop this for Artie. And for someone who wants to spice up my zapiekanka, okay, I'll say that you can put it on your plate and maybe I'll earn some points. And you already know what the 3rd ingredient is, Kuba, right? Oh, Jesus, it melted. Jesus, Mary, if you like fried onions, you can add fried onions. But if you like these kinds of things, nothing will replace it. That's what I wanted to say. We have this pan, a drawer, not a pan, for zapiekanki. I'll put one in now.
I'll do it for the effect, at 200 degrees.
And we'll do 15 minutes a bit longer because I'll just keep an eye on it. See you in 15 minutes, I mean when it's browned. Ha, ha, ha. A little bit, just a little bit more. I need to prepare for the next 2. For this, I'm making a version, just lightly, with a bit of spice, so I add a little, and generously, while it's still warm, I'll add a really nice touch, just a bit, not too much, some freshness, and I think I can try it now. Oh, do you see this? The dough has risen a bit, kind of, under the influence of the filling, and I think that's it. I'm stopping. That's it. I don't think anyone will go out for zapiekanki anymore. No, to a zapiekanka shop. But I'll open my own too. Listen, I have a feeling that my buddies will get a little creative, and there will definitely be some pickled pear in there somewhere.
In the second one, there will be granulated garlic, salt, and pepper. And of course, buns. These are Parisian buns, and I think they're perfect for a zapiekanka. But am I the only one who came up with this idea? We'll see. But I've talked enough, so let's get to the recipe. All right, we've skipped ahead to the part where I already have the onions peeled and the mushrooms cleaned. Let me know in the comments which method you prefer. Do you peel your mushrooms or just wash them? If they're really nice and white, I just give them a quick rinse. But usually I peel them because I just don't trust what's on them. I dice the onion and I throw the diced onion onto hot oil, so I'll be working on the onion. But Pogowak, give it here under the salam, and now the mushroom goes in. You can buy them already sliced, but here I have control over the thickness and the size. I add the mushrooms. And I'll be honest with you, I already love just the buns themselves. stuffed with onion and mushrooms. For me, the combination of mushrooms and onion is just perfect. Okay, a bit of pepper, and I'll fry it all up. In the meantime, I'll get started on the bun. I have 2 Parisian buns, but I'm focusing more on the bottom of the casserole and I'm hollowing out the middle. Not too much because it still needs to be a bun, not just the crust, so my filling needs somewhere to settle. And the same here. The bun itself looks good there and we'll use it in a moment as well. I'm hollowing out the buns, taking them, pressing a little, and also making some scraps, and we'll add that to the whole filling, but that's in a moment. I'm adding the meat. 800 grams, 2 portions. I season everything. Smoked paprika, hot paprika, garlic, salt, pepper. I mix it very thoroughly. Now we mix everything together. The flavors go into the meat. At the bottom, I have a few tablespoons of ketchup to make everything juicy and 2 tablespoons of mustard, so the meat is in our simple sauce. Delicious. And I'll transfer everything here. I'm also using the bun I took out earlier. I'll toast it. In the meantime, I melted some butter in the microwave and I'm spreading it on the bottom. This will make the casserole crispier if the butter soaks in. And now we do the most important part, which is adding the bun to the filling. And I add mozzarella inside. Mozzarella is a mild cheese. It's not too strong. It won't ruin the whole composition. It will simply make everything stretch nicely. The visual effect will be amazing. And cheddar is a harder cheese with a stronger flavor, and that's going to go on top. So the filling stays just as it should, but the top, of course, needs to have its cheesy character. The bun, and here we go. Cheddar on top and into the air fryer. Here you go, my dear casserole. Adieu, see you in a moment. It won't be 17 minutes, I just set it like that. I believe it's worth checking on the casserole and picking the moment when it looks perfect for us. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, wow. It might not look amazing, but it's just a simple rustic casserole. On top goes a pickled cucumber, which I didn't mention earlier. And here goes our fried onion. It should be tasty, tempting, and gooey, not just some bland stuff. And that's why it wins and hurts, because it's not some mess. I've already won in terms of taste. I want you to try it. Welcome to the first casserole challenge. I've covered the casseroles with a little lid because they were drying out, but you have to manage somehow, damn. You've been baking these casseroles since 6 in the morning. I'm just saying, at least you dressed up for the occasion. Since the first evaluation is at the end there. I'll just be taking notes for myself, you know?
Just for reference, but the last one gets lost after everyone else. Gentlemen,
There are a few things I care about. I want you to see.
that I did this for you from the heart.
I don't care if it's an 8, 9, or 10.
I care about your happiness. It's nice that it's not about that.
They're playing mind games. Good.
Notice that I also said,
I don't care if it's 8, 9, or 10.
It was lower there. But notice how my eyes wander as he's talking, because I zone out in
That moment, and I'm not listening to his fucking assignment, motivational speeches. But honestly, Bing,
viewers. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw that every ingredient in this Zapiekanka was carefully chosen to please your taste. I also decided to make
one more,
thing
because I know
that not everyone likes it spicy, some prefer it sweet. So my baked sandwich
Will be a bit customizable. Arthur, do you want it spicier? Well, your portion then. This one is medium spicy.
Slightly spicy. And you, Primos?
I want it spicy. I'm getting used to it, so go ahead.
3 peppers for me, so I'll take a 2. All right, and you, Kazishu? Well, I'd like sweet because I'll try some from Primo's, as always. Just kidding, I don't want sweet. Oh, it's coming. I'm getting nervous, but you know what? When there are those TV shows...
About cooking or something, it's great.
Interesting. Damn, it's taking too long.
do I have...
Should I cut it for you or bring a knife?
I think
Personally, gentlemen, because they're also thinking about it.
we should get...
The whole casserole and
Cut it up here. We'll judge it right away, by the looks. Listen, I'm stressed. I haven't been this stressed in a long time. Now I have a problem.
Because since you're doing this, you threw in 2 peppers.
You 3. I didn't say 3 that it would be spicy. You keep going on and on about it. No, I don't have any problem, but I'll have to cut off your piece.
So you know that yours is the one with 2 peppers. All right.
Let's make it 3. What the heck? A lot of variables.
That's one illustrative example, and that's how it...
Is with the buddies, but all right.
Nothing here makes sense to me. Well, what is this?
Yeast cake from far away.
Well, dude, sweet yeast buns.
I see a sergeant there.
Damn, I can tell. I know how it...
Those guys feel in...
Bars?
They want to come. Magda Gessler.
And that's their life.
What's beyond that? Quitting.
They're just smoking a cigarette, but who can make the perfect one? I found it, I'll tell you. Brioche? Hey, here you go. Ooh, damn. Like risen dough?
Like a card. Looks very nice. Smells. Damn.
No.
Well, let me tell you this, cameras.
What do you think this Zapiekanka is worth?
I had to be honest with you. I paid 100 for all the ingredients.
But
I have left.
a bag of cheese and so on, right? You know,
This is a mix of challah and garlic baguette. It's called grilled pull-apart bread, wugiadronse, really. And it's made with herbs and garlic. And you need it, the sides should be crunchy, and the inside should be very soft, like in challah. So how should I cut it for you? Well, that's this video. Ha 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 ha, that's it. I mean, what, did you hit it with a car? That's how we start. No, 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 I'm listening to you.
All right.
those beers over there.
Don't count, listen.
Crossbowman.
Wow, and it's really nice that
This
Is,
light.
oh no, because I don't think I could eat anymore.
Well, let me tell you,
That it really sharpens things between.
the crumble of a cake, like from the top. And well,
And here it's kind of a surprise, like,
that this is supposed to be pizza, right? Damn, but it smells like pizza, the way we have it.
Yeah, it smells like pizza, yeah, Riga, but they also smell like pizza. So actually it tastes a bit too much like pizza. Pizza served in a baked form.
Good pizza.
and it turned out like pizza.
No.
Amazing.
But good, but it ruined.
because suddenly I lost the whole Zapiekanka vibe.
And you know what?
It's the fat one.
The one from Pizza Hatch.
Damn, uh-huh.
On thick crust, exactly. It's like one of those burgers from TikTok. The ones they make on TikTok.
They pile on that cheese.
That's how they eat it, I swear. I can't eat a second piece. I'm done. I'm stuffed. Now you know, this is a grilled pull-apart. I spread it with butter so it would melt.
So it would be soft inside. With butter. I chopped mushrooms half and half with porcini. I wanted the filling to be more, you know, not just mushroomy, and I could really taste the mushrooms. Maybe it was because of those mushrooms.
It's going in the direction of pizza, right? Well,
It's half button mushrooms, half porcini. Then when the water evaporated, I added chopped chorizo and fried it all together. And that was the stuffing. On top of that stuffing, well, I put a mix of cheddar and mozzarella. I made a sauce, sear, racho, mayo with garlic. To go with that, I made this bacon crust, which means I baked bacon drizzled with iodine.
I got lost at the spreading pot.
Drizzled with iodine, Marcin also with chives.
let me tell you this. No one probably expected you to put so much heart into it. Because always, if I had to guess blindly, of course, that's what I wanted to say. 3 ingredients, that would be Marcin, the simplest ones, and here you.
You surprised us with some molecular cuisine. Yes, it worked out best because I fought to beat you and take that ready-made casserole. I'll tell you this, I also have to be honest with myself. I had higher expectations for myself.
Because of Magana, because too much.
Pizza flaws for me. But I'll smooth it out.
Because it's very tall,
I thought you would be Bo.
that I can't even reach a whole shelf. So what?
With what?
Are you wiping? Because it stresses me out. It's getting hotter.
That it's terrible? Or can't she touch it? Or should I call her Igloo for the basement? Ha ha ha, that's how it is. Oxymoron.
Yeah, oh damn. But honestly, I'll tell you, it looks like it's covered in mac and cheese.
It felt like there was an egg, like at first there's an egg. Exactly, yeah, because that's...
Supposed to give you that impression.
But me. Haha, an egg, right? It's a fried egg, but no, because it looks
It's supposed to mislead you.
into the woods.
And
Only the explosion.
a flavor is supposed to take you there.
Where you should be. What? But do I see peaches?
That's how it would be. But it looks like
It was really with an egg, right? Actually, if the egg spilled out from the inside, that's what I'd guess. Oh fuck, no. I would give it, gentlemen, something yellow like that. I'll be honest with you.
because that was my answer.
Pineapple pizza,
The answer for pizza toppings.
like feed beef.
How the disses fight.
Well, that's for the picanka.
What do you have? Pizza, pineapple, like twinechko? You know, like, wow, there's so much cheese here.
Then you shouldn't say anything. Me, what treasures?
Is this cheese in year, right? It's a square.
Me, come on.
Me, I brought it to the square Romazzi. And you're not a square Romazzi? Choice as ko Romazzi. I don't know, I'm from Prepa. The choice has no smell.
Wow, that's crazy.
So many strong cheeses, she's just starting.
When you stick it in her nose, but I think you really loaded it up with cheese, every kind.
How did he know them? I mean,
That you might be more like a cheese casserole, because besides cheese, I can't really taste anything else. And how is it? Do you have it in Italian? There's cinco and cinquecento. Only cento in Romazzi, that's what it is.
Cinquecento in Romaggi. At the bottom, it's drizzled with olive oil.
So that the base soaks it up. Then there are 3 slices of cheese, big slices, ooh.
like the ones at McDonald's,
Then we put the cheese on the roll.
so that nothing falls apart. First, we put on the peaches. There's blue cheese.
Mozzarella and cheddar on the very top.
And the topping is spicy pickles, spicy pickled ones. It's so that there's a hint of spiciness.
Added in there for you, right? It's interesting.
A mix of cheeses.
I have to say, I can taste the cheese here.
Cheese?
Cheese. The sweetness of the peach is completely lost. I actually wanted to add a bit more honey, but I thought that's enough, since there's peach. It's good. I'm saying this was the first time in my life I made a zapiekanka, and honestly, I'm actually glad that something didn't turn out right. Ha ha ha. All right. I know everything now. In my opinion, it's not about combining these cheeses.
But it did the job.
It will make a nice sauce. Sorry for the mess. On the very top, you have that icy halloumi.
For me, personally, because I also judge myself, it's edible. I also, ate it, right? It's tasty.
But it's like, that's exactly it.
Like you said earlier that you didn't eat that half, so I don't know.
If I would eat that half here. Because for me, this cheese is so filling heavy. But on the other hand, I
associate it with the residences of Książul, who says when he eats a burger and suddenly feels that the cheese sticks to his mouth and that it's awesome, and that's exactly how I felt.
It's stuck to my mouth, but it's different. It's not that kind of cheese, it's cheese sauce, you know? I called it Cheese Eater's Heaven, and I think, Krzysiu, you just discovered the sauce.
I called it the cheese brute. I would take one of ours, it'll be thick. I'll have it with each one.
For me, always in every dish.
When there's no meat, it's just missing. I know. I can't eat bread with just cheese. I need to have ham and cheese. Well,
Arcywola. You? Urson. Time. Well, Artur, we already know everything about the ham zapiekanka. It's time to move on. And
Arcie.
Arki. We're sticking to our guesses because I think Archer marinated the pork neck for an hour, and he was pissed off as hell that it wasn't 3.
bring that venison.
That's why Archie's looks most like a casserole from a food stand with those makers. This is a real casserole, right?
Possibly based on that, on such a classic.
And that's the point.
20, here it is.
She had cheese like that with ketchup poured on it.
There were mushrooms placed on it like that.
That's not a pickle. He sliced it himself because he'd never seen it cut that thin.
I don't know if it was famous.
But, well, that's what Nianka thinks about it. I thought about that crispy onion, and then I said, okay, I'll do it with bacon, right? But honestly, it's a really cool game changer. What else does he have there?
No, Arcie do odpowiedzi.
Chamska, prosta, zapiekana.
No i może to właśnie będzie...
The so-called country style or peasant style.
Did you take the same bread? Start with silak.
That's exactly what I brought up in my recording. I'm curious how many people will have the same roll, the Parisian one. And that's how he ran away. They walked. Jesus, no.
Attack, my dears.
What?
Here,
What's happening? I just wanted to point out that this looks a bit like lasagna here, you know, with those layered bowls.
this place. Oh, hey,
I have a crumb of bread in my mouth, but I'll check in a moment.
no. That's it. Simple, quick, and to the point. But I've never had a zapiekanka with ground meat. It's a game changer.
Shoot it, wow.
I'd still reinforce it to make it stand out more.
It's got a nice sharpness. The kind that doesn't kill you, doesn't throw you away from the table, but when you stop eating, you feel that it was there.
Right? I just went for a simpler vibe.
Here, I would consider one more criterion, just something to think about. I don't know, I'll just throw it out there for everyone. Krzysia's casserole stands out because he bought, assembled, and baked it himself. And yours still required prep, just like Clamara's, because it needed some semi-prepared ingredients like having the filling, the sauce, and so on, mixing it all together. You know, if we were to judge, for example, the preparation time, right, in that context, you know, I would definitely take that into account somewhere. Yeah, that's right.
I'm interested because adding some top casseroles would be cool. Let's improve it. You could have 10 minutes for casseroles.
Or for example, for the best toast or something else.
Share your ideas in the comments. They help us by boosting the algorithm and inspiring new content. Your feedback tells us what to record, so if you suggest things like something for 30 zloty, 20 zloty, 5, or something to drink, we'll do it. I'm Arthur. I kept some notes for myself. I wrote a bit about each Zapiekanka because I think I wanted to summarize at the end. And I was also crossing things out here and there, but I have to admit it now. I'm really impressed, you know?
You were so worried, see?
I think it's hardest to maintain flavor in simplicity, and here that simplicity really worked. I can see this selling. Yes, I see it selling. I see it selling, right?
Exactly, exactly. You made a nice connection to that, and I want to say, for me, this is like a food stand on the promenade, the kind I'd eat at. But I'd come back because I'd remember it. I'd say, hey, listen, I had a Zapiekanka at Arcie's place. It was tasty.
That's what it was. Arcie's food stand. That sounds good, doesn't it? It sounds like Arcie's place.
There's no at Arcie's, it's Arcie's food stand.
It's great. Like, those are occasional for me, and this one is kind of standard.
It also has that vibe of being over 90.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
You're right, it's a booth, not a bakery. The bakery has lamellas, pears, and blue cheese, but this is just a booth. You go back there.
You guys discuss and I'll go set up mine.
You got excited, I can see, because there are so many tissues lying around.
He was working there on the side.
Yeah.
This is Italian.
You likely edited the photo yourself.
Pretty, yeah. Are you kidding? Is that chocolate?
But there's also a peach.
There's a peach. We had the same idea.
Ah, okay, all right, all right.
Some blue cheese.
There's blue cheese, parmesan, there's arugula. On top, we have dark chocolate with a hint of orange.
That's just for appearance, right? Well,
What you said probably wasn't on camera. What kind of roll is this? Parisian, garlic.
Hey, I was looking at it too, but thought nothing of it and just want to roll.
And you ate it. That's right, I took it.
But just so you know,
This was the second attempt because the first time I tried to cut it and it didn't work. I said, let me try something else. So I took a board and just,
honestly, I would have thought it would break too.
no, not me. That's why I was scared and didn't take it. I wanted to hit you with it too. It's cool though. People think the same way.
You know, I'm kind of a freak.
who mixes fries at McDonald's with ice cream because he likes salty and sweet, cold and hot. So I looked for this combination so it wouldn't just be an ordinary casserole. That's all for the introduction. Enjoy your meal.
It's a disaster because he wanted to admit it, but it doesn't smell sweet.
I don't smell chocolate.
But I can smell it in the scent.
It just kind of blended together like it was supposed to be that way. I get more of a cocoa note from it.
Then chocolate. That's nice.
But it's bitter.
And this actually...
It was a little game. Yeah, I know. Yeah, amazing. Sorry, Krzysio, for interrupting you, but mistake, mistake, mistake.
No, because I don't have to say anything at all, and you could see.
Kusi.
I have to confess something to you.
I saw balsamic chocolate. Oh, colors, colors, chocolates, watermelon, trinia, nuts. And I said, it won't work out. There's no way. Everything balanced out.
Honestly, I'll say this. I was expecting the peach to be sweeter, but like we said at Krzysik's earlier, it gets less sweet when it's warmed up.
Right? These juices are likely for the baguette.
You know me, the food guy, right? Yeah. Homemade, Big Mac, and kebab. This fusion of flavors is for me.
For me, it's good. I like it. This chocolate makes you think because it sticks your mouth, and that's it for the casserole. Unfortunately, this one is mine. I don't like arugula since bitter chocolate with it is just unpleasant for me. Balsamic vinegar also isn't my thing.
That's exactly what I was thinking about here, even when I was making mine. And Primo, in my opinion, took a risk and should get credit for that risk. He knew you, he knew Archie, he knew me. He knew that adding chocolate on the casserole would make it harder for me. That's right, no. And in my opinion, that point for taking a risk is deserved. And this isn't a universal casserole. I think Archie's is universal. Yeah, yours is probably for a lot of people who love cheese. Mine, because it has safe ingredients like bacon and mushrooms, it's always like that, just cheese. Despite appearances, none of us went crazy. Primo's did, right?
For me, the main goal was to combine the sweet and salty worlds, but to do it in a way that's not over the top so that it fits together and could actually work on a menu, right?
This is a casserole in a restaurant where small bowls are already on the tables. Put the toppings in front of the cameras, and that's it. You have the cameras.
Yeah, just like he ate it himself.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
We understand each other. We'll talk. Everyone will judge the casserole and add a few sentences as requested. All right?
Okay.
I would hit the tape, right?
Quickly.
Start. Say how everyone is stammering and you can talk at length about any topic.
Arciego, for me, this is the win of this episode. This is a masterpiece.
My heart, your own straight.
With its simplicity. That universal appeal makes me want to return to that booth and taste it again. There's just something about it that captivated me so much that I thought, damn, you don't need fireworks, you don't need anything to satisfy a customer. Why did I give you a 9? Because I was expecting a 10 and I'm just giving you a 10. For me, it's a 10.
Wait.
Well, because I gave myself a small one, and I was supposed to add a big one when the task is finished. So for me, Arcego's look here is just an 8. Satisfying, appetizing, not off-putting, interesting, but also standard. An ordinary person's eye won't be amazed, but for the effort. Hey!
The best part is letting you say it freely. That's the best.
The taste is a 10 for me because it's just delicious, something I'll want to come back to, and if you could ever recreate it, I'd gladly have it again.
Who are you, Primo? Are you next? And me? Oh, Arxim.
Oh, Arxim, he's one of my favorites in the ranking here. The only thing I can say here, I have it written down that it hurt. For me, Zapiekanka is something quick. That's not really possible now since Zapiekanka makes me think of that food stand. You walk up, order, and get it quickly. And if something requires prep, then I start to wonder if that's more of a homemade version of Zapiekanka. So for the appearance, well, it's the kind of Zapiekanka I've seen many times, served many times, a tasty Zapiekanka. That's why I gave it a 7 for appearance. I give the taste a 9 because something about it really captivated me. I haven't eaten a lot of Zapiekankas with ground meat in my life. It was moist.
Yeah, it was moist indeed.
It was moist, crispy on the inside, everything you want. Hello.
I'm done, thank you.
There's no need for anything. I wrote it like that, to hit the point without unnecessary talking. The thing is, I like 4 ingredients. I think a bit differently than you that ground meat is really simple to prepare. You can fry a whole pan of it at once and put it with a spoon on many casseroles. So I think it's very convenient. The spiciness was perfect. It was spicy just the way I like it. The amount of cheese was perfect too. It wasn't runny or overwhelming. For me, it was really good. Even the ketchup worked well here, and the pickle, the onion, it's such a mix. I actually rated it 9.5 out of 10 divided. For taste, I give it a 10 thanks to Primoge's motivation. It's the best here, and the others will get lower scores. This remains one of the best I've ever had. For the appearance, unfortunately you can kind of see it. I gave it a 7 because it reminds me of those gray times of the PRL era. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mentioned good, but I can't really say anything about the appearance. It's just ordinary, standard, so Arcie gets a 7 for appearance and a 10 for taste. Luckily, the stomach can't see. Everything is mashed into pulp there anyway, so appearance doesn't matter to me after that.
Is Arcie being judged too? Yes.
Archie too.
If I have to judge my own taste, and personally, when I tried it for the first time, I wasn't satisfied with it. That's why I was worried when you came.
So 2, right?
So I'll give myself...
But not using ours, you know? You're competing with us? What do you think?
We all get a score from 1 to 10, and he gives himself a score.
Okay.
Then I'll give myself a 7.
Archie's taste, 7.
And appearance also 7, or maybe even 6 because it's plain, not creative. Unfortunately, I'll be a bit strict with the ratings, so that's why I'm also giving myself a harsh score.
For now, I'm not counting the points. We'll add them up at the end. All right, let's use a calculator. Krzysztof is telling the story about Primoz.
As always with Primoz, it's a feast for the eyes when they dig into the dish. I love watching. He always does it beautifully. Even the simplest sandwich he makes for breakfast, he can decorate it so well, I'm telling you. Anyway, the appearance is the top of the top for me in today's episode. That's a 10, and now the taste. Like I said before, unfortunately, I'm not into your flavors. Not my flavors, but I'm not saying that, you know, Markin or Arthur or even you couldn't really enjoy it, and I believe there are people who love these flavors. I like this chocolate, it's fascinating to me, always a nice addition. The peach, well, that's a similar note for me, but personally, for me, it's a 6, maybe 6.5. But just because I absolutely hate balsamic vinegar. I mean, I don't like it, I wouldn't want it in any dish, you know? And that's just how it is.
All right, Archie about Primoz.
He gets a 10 for appearance because he blew everyone away with his looks. This kind of restaurant isn't for me. The upside down glasses and all that, I'm too wild for it, so I usually just get a kebab instead. Aha. Yeah, I look into the restaurant and I see those glasses standing there.
Again already.
Okay, I'll have the wine at home, but I can drink the beer now, right? The flavors aren't for me, so I'll give it a 5, making 15 total.
Here's my take on Primoz. It's interesting, but doesn't feel like Zapiekanka to me. I always associate Zapiekanka with mushrooms, though I'm not sure why. I'm missing the mushrooms. I mean, I already said that, but there's a plus for managing to balance everything. Honestly, when I first saw it, I didn't give you any chance when it comes to taste. Someone mentioned the mint on the side. I thought it would be inside too. Still, it was creative. For taste, I gave it a 7, plus half a point for courage. From the beginning, with 2 people, you were already out, right? So honestly, for courage, give even 1/2 a point for each. So you have a total of 8 for taste. For appearance, I gave between 9.5 and 10. In real life, I would give 9.5, but here I just give 10.
I like the taste since these are my flavors. I gave myself 8 for it.
Stretch out now.
No, I gave 8 for taste.
14 for appearance, 9.
9 for appearance myself. Okay.
Arcie is talking about Krzysiu. About Krzysiu.
What should we do with you? Normally,
Go ahead. You know, I'm waiting. After all, I'm the one who...
will you move on to the next grade? So, no. Well, that was an interesting experience for me. For the taste, I would give it an 8. Oh,
Great.
And I started asking about the plans. Calm down.
in 8, ooh, what? Because those peaches did the job too. Well, for Primo, it was top-notch, there's nothing to talk about. They gave me such a mind fight, that's exactly what an egg is. You were first, so maybe that peach made a different impression on me. Yeah, but that cheese inside, that sauce did the job. 8, really great.
Thank you very much.
And you started like that, I would have knocked you down, but you have a higher price in his hand than anything. First, the cheese. Primoz, wait a second, Krzysiu, right?
Because I wrote down, just like I said at the beginning, a cheesy ordinos, lots of cheese, fatty. It's cool that you use different cheeses, and that really created the cheese sauce that Arcie mentioned. However, well, I didn't taste anything here except cheese. You'd really have to be a cheese lover to go for something like this. Cheesy ordinos.
The pants get dirty quickly.
If I wanted to, the cheese barbarian would come at you with blue cheese.
You're already listening to those mushrooms because it's cheesy.
Ordinos. Great, it's nice that there's this enthusiasm for searching. So, well, I give it 5 out of 5, right?
Okay, great.
I'll start with the appearance because I like how it looks. I had a 7, but while you were talking, I actually saw what you meant about the egg. I took another look and so on, right? So 8, it's a cool topic, and I raised it to 8. It looks better than it tastes to me. So for appearance, you get an 8 from me, but for taste, I gave a 6, okay? 1 point is just because I really like you that you're learning to cook, and that's kind of a handicap. You'll probably get mad next episode. I'll give you 1 more point, then that's it. That's how it is, and you know it.
Like I said before, I'm generally proud that it's even edible. I'll start with the appearance. I give myself a 6. I think out of all of them, it's the worst, the ugliest, but that's just for me, right?
So you like this one less than that one?
Yes.
So, you know, it depends. Like when you look at cars, you like one, yeah, well, you like the other one too.
You walk in and say, I'll take this piece, not that one, but after 3 visits, you decide to take it. Give yourself a 7 for taste. Not to brag, but I liked it, I'll be honest.
And you, why aren't we wearing it?
Because I'm talking all the time here, in front of the contestants. Like you said yourselves, it's a bit heavy. For me, if you bite into the peach well, it cuts through the sweetness. The sauce is heavy, like you said, half and half. Great with the half. But I mean my wife.
I thought she was Seta Galani.
All right, now she started talking about the clasp. Arcie.
In my opinion, she's second when it comes to looks. So number 9, because, well, we have the first one, we have the second one too. She looked very nice. The clasp really put in a lot of effort, worked hard, did a lot, sat a lot, created a lot, complained a lot. I'm really thinking about this taste. Very heavy, and, you know, if I ate half of it, I'd be stuffed. No, I'd be full.
Juice of the heart, just as you feel, simply as you feel.
3. No, that's a lot. He ate, but if you eat it quickly.
Just smile for the camera. No, do what feels natural.
7. That's a very good score for me. It's hard to please you because I couldn't make it with fries and chicken. Honestly, it's not worth trying so hard.
And that's exactly
what you said. No, the main thing is that you can't really feel it. Primoz, now about the camera.
A lot has already been said here, what I wanted to say. It's cool that the homemade sauce was made. I wrote down here that the combinations are tricky and complicated to prepare. So, the amount of work that's put in here sometimes doesn't translate into the taste. Sometimes I think it would be better to focus on one thing that would really stand out here, rather than on a few small things that, you know what?
Here, I'm just giving my personal advice, right? Paying for mushrooms that you can't taste in the champignons is just throwing money away.
That's why the presentation here is a bit overdone, but it's very nice. It really appeals to me. The fact is, when it comes to taste, it's pizza, right? I'm not sure if I'm eating a casserole, baked sandwich, or pizza, though it's a good pizza.
Interestingly, it's just pizza, not a sandwich.
That's why I didn't deduct points. I gave 9 for appearance and 8 for taste.
Ooh, 3. Ooh, damn. This is going to be intense. Oh, I'm listening. All right, go ahead, 2 and 3. Yeah.
Cool, you really put effort into it. The ingredients are delicious. Since I don't like mushrooms, it's good I didn't taste the porcini since it was lower down. The taste is like regular pizza, but I gave it an 8 for your effort. The appearance is impressive, a real success. So I rated it a 9.
All right, I wrote down that there's a lot of pizza, not much casserole. When I was making it, I was jumping around. I thought, damn, this is the holy grail, that when I make this casserole, seriously, anyway, come on, run over to my place. Whoa. I gave myself a 6 for taste because I didn't make a casserole. I just made a pizza, straight up, just rectangular, too much form over substance. And for appearance, I gave myself 7.5, kind of rough, you know? You can see it's a bit too thick. I'd rate myself 8 or 9 if it were as thin as Artie's, like a real casserole. 3, let me get a calculator. I need it.
No, come on, Krzyku, Krzyku, I know, Krzyku is counting.
Krzyku is counting on us writing. Stop.
I have to say, I really like this format. You know, I was stressed when you have to judge. It's those moments and you have to say, well, today, sorry, you keep going and you don't, you know?
You're a girl, but lay it out straight. But I guess we're good people, because it's hard to say something bad about someone.
Exactly. We try not to offend anyone, because that's not the point. Because we like each other, you know? It's not about that.
But clothes, we add them up, but we also can't just look at ourselves. We have to judge it, I think, yes. We have to learn this so that no one feels hurt.
Yeah, because I don't want him to feel bad.
We should be more direct. Forget about those guys who ran off. Approach it like you bought it at the market and are recommending it to viewers. Hey everyone, buy this Zapiekanka because it's on Schroeder.
Everyone saw the preparation and knows how it was made. Viewers also have their own taste preferences.
Our comments are great because we made the recipe and I'll keep my mushrooms. In the end, we all agree it's not worth making. Yeah. That's another tip if you watch the whole cooking process.
To upgrade it yourself, for example, at home.
Wait, because here you're signaling how is it for you after this learning, right? Like 17 times, 30 times, 40 times, 27,860.
57 and 765.
And do you know what the tastiest fish for a mathematician are? I don't know, anglefish.
4 plus 8 is 3. 3.
This is such a struggle. Wow, gentlemen, I'm ready to read the results. And here's how we'll do it. I'll read the overall scores first, then the taste scores. 4th place. Ooh, the first Zapiekanka contestant with a total of 54 points. Krzysiaczek, no. 3rd place with a total of 63.5 points.
High.
Klammer.
Klamer.
2nd place and half a point higher. Marcin. No. All right, let's move on to 1st place. Primos, overall, applause. Primo's casserole definitely made up for it with its appearance. This is the overall ranking because that's how we set up the first episode. Let us know in the comments. Maybe we're judging it wrong. Maybe just the taste. Taste ranking. 4th place. Krzysztof Kamilars.
Did I lose something in the taste category? Besides losing, I'm awful and I don't taste them. Krzyż, it tastes.
Krzysztof, I see it this way. Having such a tail is usually stable. Only and as much as half a point. And as much as half a point. Did he overtake you? Nice. Here you have Przemysław Świninski. 2nd place with a total of 29 points. Marcin, that will be Kamarotsywoy, and now the biggest applause. This will be very quick because it's 1st place. And attention, the declaration, 36 points. It should have been there 30 times. Yes, but this time.
The ranking is probably better.
Better. The ranking is better. Well done. Because if I were to recommend to you how to make a casserole, make one like this and arrange it like Primož. Yes. Simply.
You teach me taste, I'll teach you his game.
Together we can have fun. Nice vibe. We're having a great time. Me too. We're relieving stress. Next time, let's go out on the town. Let's keep it simple. Write in about the grades, what things, what competition. Come on, thanks, though I don't know. Come on. Come eat.
I know that.